What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Gobbler Effect Season 2, Episode number 3 here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network here on YouTube. My name is Chris Pierce. Happy to be back with another episode. Joined today once again by head coach of the Hokies, Joe Mullen, as well as another new face within the program, rookie forward Austin Hryn, a name some might recognize, but we'll get into that in a bit. As always, we'll start off, gentlemen. How are we both doing?
Doing well.
Great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, believe it or not, we're already in week 3 of the 2024-25 season. Time's flying by fast. But you guys are obviously coming off a bye week, no game last week. We're gonna start with you, Austin. Already, well, now 2 games into your career here at Virginia Tech. What has it been like playing for this program so far? Has it been everything you hoped for? Was there some challenges that you had to overcome in the early stages? What is it like playing for the Hokies?
It's definitely awesome, and every day it just gets better. I don't think there's been a group that meshes so well together. Like coming in as a rookie, you don't really know what to expect, and it's just great having some of those kids to look up to, and they just took me in right away like I was one of them.
Well, you played in both of the Hokies games so far against NC State and JMU. You scored your first point against JMU, an assist. How did it feel to collect your first points as a Hokie?
It was awesome, surreal feeling for sure. Getting the first one is always the first step in the right direction. So many more to come, hopefully.
And you're a business major, right?
I am.
So besides hockey, we're talking a little bit about academics. What made you come to Tech besides the hockey? What was the appeal? And what is your message to future hockey players who are, might be considering coming to play hockey at Tech, or whether it be another club hockey school that you can give them?
Well, I came to Tech for their business program, and I just believe like this is a great school in general, and it has all the resources for you to go out and honestly do whatever you dream of, honestly. So I suggest like anyone that hasn't made their mind up yet, definitely consider coming here and at least looking at the campus. You'll probably fall right in love like I did.
Yeah. Well, you got hockey on the weekends, you got school during the week. What is it like balancing the two between your academic life and hockey life?
It's definitely a lot, but um, just staying disciplined and kind of knowing and planning out your schedule. Um, you kind of fall into like a good rotation of things, and you get both things done on both ends. So
Well, now let's kind of shift over to the other aspect of playing with the Hokies and coming to Virginia Tech is playing with your brother Dean, 1 year older than you. But you two brothers, obviously. Um, what has it been like playing with your brother? And have there been moments where, maybe during practices or maybe during the games where you two are, just joking with each other, bantering, just having a good time being on the same team?
it's definitely awesome, and it's one of those things. I've never done it before. I've never got to play on a hockey team with him ever in my life. So finally getting that experience, it's great because like we would always joke about it at home and like a lot of stuff that we like our inside jokes at home and stuff, just to bring that into the locker room and kind of just have a good laugh here and there. And on the ice, it's definitely a great time.
Well, Coach has mentioned on the show in the past how excited he is for this rookie class, voicing you especially as one of the new guys to look out for. How does that make you feel knowing that you're one of the main aspects of this team heading forward into the future?
It's definitely a blessing. I take it with a grain of salt because you don't really want to get above your head at all. And so I just go out there every day, kind of put in hard work, put in 100% every day, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for sure.
Well, now I'm going to shift it over to you, Coach Mullen, and talking about Austin. What makes him so special when you see him on the ice?
I think the first thing, I don't know if many people know this, but I'm pretty sure his dad played here also. So we couldn't let him get away. We had to have him to complete the legacy there. So, but seeing him on the ice, he's a very shifty forward. Think some people are going to be a little surprised where he's going to be playing this weekend. So hopefully we get the monkey off the bat, get that first goal, and I think he's going to end up. He reminds me a lot of you and Andrew last year. I
Hmm.
think once he gets that first goal, I don't think it's going to take as long, but once the first one's in, like you're not going to stop him.
Well, what do you have to say about his work ethic that you've seen him put in so far? Are you impressed?
I am, and I lucked out this summer and got to see him and Max win a state title in Raleigh when I was down doing a recruiting skate. And to watch just their, I guess, mental fortitude. They were up pretty good in the game. Kind of gave up a couple weak goals and had to come back late to win it. It was pretty cool to see both of them pull that off together.
Well, it seems like for years now you've coached at least a pair of brothers, Bobby, a couple years ago with the Caymans. Now you got a new set with the Hearns. What is it like for you to coach brothers? Is there a special bond that you notice, or is there like, do you feel like you're like a parent, coaching two kids? What is it like?
It's pretty cool with siblings. I think this is the fourth or fifth set of brothers that I've had since I've been here. So it's pretty neat watching them, the little brother come in and the older brother take him under his wing. It's kind of like me and my brother playing together. We never played on the same team a lot, but he would get called up and play with me, and it was always my job to make sure he was safe. So I'm sure the older brothers always look to their little brothers like that, and for some reason, the little brothers are always better.
Only time will tell for that one. Um, so now let's look ahead to this weekend. I know you mentioned a little bit with Charlotte coming into town on Friday and Saturday. Although they are winless, they are 0-2-1 with a tie in their first game. Regardless, they'll come into Lanterlot hungry and looking to beat you guys and hungry for an upset. So you both can answer this question. Doesn't matter who goes first. How do you guys plan on potentially slowing them down early on and not letting you guys get too ahead of yourselves and I guess staying focused throughout the game?
You can go first.
Um, I kind of just think a big part about our team so far this year is kind of like our tenacity on the forecheck a little bit, and it's one of those things where it's if you get in their face early, they're just not gonna want to play with you, and if we kind of like get in their face early, and kind of show them what we're about, I think we'll have a lot of success.
Yeah, I mean, he said everything right. I mean, if you can get on a team early, put them on their heels and keep them there, like it's hard even in this league playing from behind, and you don't want to get stuck playing from a goal, two goals down, and once it starts snowballing. And so as long as we play a physical game, run our system, and stay out of the box, we should have a good couple outcomes this weekend.
Well, one of the main identities of this Hokies team is being physical on and off the puck. The cost of though being physical is that players can easily, get aggravated and hence commit mental errors such as costly penalties and situations. With games like this where the opposing team might want to try and push your team's buttons early on. What is your message to the team to not let their physicality get the best of them and to stay composed throughout the game?
I think for us is we have big goals this year, so one game doesn't really define our team goals. So you take it in a micro game, I guess. So if they want to try to push buttons, that's fine. This is a big game, big two games for them. It'll help them ranking wise. It'll help them confidence wise. We need to just come out and play with the gas pedal down and not let up, and the score be what it is.
What, so my next question, again, for both of you, what do you see as one flaw, coach for you coaching, Austin for you individually playing, that you think you can work on for these next couple games because you got a 6 week stretch of games coming up in a row? What do you guys think that you can work on now so that when that stretch is over, you guys will be confident and ready to go once that break hits?
I think a big thing for us is just going to be consistency. I think we have honestly six lines that I could probably put in every game. So we got really good depth up front and on the back end this year. We brought in a lot of good players, so I think it keeps these guys hungry in practice, and they really nail the little details in practice. So it makes it easier in the game because they know that if they're off their game, there's the potential that somebody's looking to take their spot.
Mhm.
I think individually, probably for me is just keeping it simple. I tend to like, you know, maybe make the wrong play here and there, but I think if I keep it simple over the course of these next games, I think I could definitely contribute.
Well, as I mentioned, you guys have that 6 week stretch of games. You got 2 weekends in a row on the road, and then you got 2 weekends at home, and then you got the ACCHL showcase in the beginning of November. So my question to you for that would be, do you think this team is physically tested to compete at the highest level throughout that span? Do you think they can keep it up as the weeks go on?
I think we proved that the first night. I was extremely impressed with how we skated, and we skated with a team that had been skating for a decent amount of time together. So we didn't get outskated, and I thought that definitely paid off for us against JMU. You got to the third period, and those guys, they were gassed, and we just kind of took the game over. And you don't always want to rely on that, playing a tight game till the end, but sometimes you're going to have to, especially when we get into these big games with like Rowan Ryder, Penn State, Delaware, the big boys in the ACC. Like they're going to be tight games. They're not going to be a lot of blowouts.
Yeah, you get right around the corner in 3 weeks. We'll be there broadcasting, so we'll see it live. But it's going to be a good early test. But my final question is for Austin specifically. What uh what do you hope your legacy is here at Virginia Tech? What do you want your legacy to be, not only as a player on the hockey team, but overall academically? Just what do you want to leave behind in your time here at Virginia Tech?
I personally just want to leave a trail of success. I could care less about the individualistic stuff, but rather as like a team. I want to leave here with brothers, and I want to leave here with a bunch of wins. So overall, just I want to be successful on this team, and I'm grateful to be playing on it, and I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, that'll do it for episode number 3 of the Gobbler Effect here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe on the channel here, as well as click on the notification bell for live stream and content updates this season. Austin, Coach Mullen, thanks again for joining us. Folks, don't forget to tune in this weekend as the Virginia Tech Hokies square off against the UNC Charlotte 49ers. We'll have you covered here on Friday starting at 7 p.m. for our pregame show, followed by puck drop at 7:30. And on Saturday, we'll start a little bit earlier with our pregame at 6 and then puck drop at 6:30 to conclude the weekend festivities. We'll see you then. Go Hokies.